glitter party, anyone? We have some glitter, but we don't have chunks. I would like to know where the glitter came from, and I would like to know why this thing is not functioning. The splines on the front are actually extremely good. I wasn't expecting that. At least I think they're good, unless somebody else knows what they're looking at a little bit better than I do. Okay, they do know what they're looking at a little bit better than I do. I know that. But, everything seems to look good. This is filling back up, and then dumping, and then filling and dumping. But I'm wondering what failed. That's the thing, where I'm at. Where we're at on this is the cost to rebuild it is more than we have. And the cost to put a used in is mainly more than we have. But nobody's being very helpful. They just say, buy a used transmission, buy a rebuilt transmission, pay me to rebuild this. Like, I don't have it. So that's not the option. Let's figure out another way here. So my thoughts are, one, I tear it apart. I put basically an overhaul kit into it and put it back together and put a torque converter in it. I don't know. With that much metal in the torque converter, I want to replace the torque converter anyway. My other dilemma is you need to have it extremely clean in order to rebuild it or overhaul it. This is not that situation. My other thing is get a Grand Cherokee transmission. Gear ratios are identical aside from reverse. The transmission is the exact same aside from the tail shaft housing, which that's just an adapter, a coupler. I can take that off and put it on the other transmission. Why wouldn't that work? I mean, worst case scenario, it's 30-day return on the Grand Cherokee transmission, and I put it in, I get the thing back on the ground, I drive it, do a relearn, and if that doesn't work, I've got 30 days to get it in, test it, and get it out, and return it. Otherwise, I don't know. But the transmissions vary so much, not even just because of mileage. So if I can find a 2015 Wrangler, which is what this is, transmission with 91,000 miles, they want like $2,600. If I find a 2017, which is the exact same transmission, with 126,000 miles, they want $3,300 because they think, oh, it's a newer transmission. People are going to pay more for it because they think I have a newer Jeep. I need a newer transmission. Versus the Grand Cherokee or the Durango with the exact same transmission, we're looking at like $750. But my other question is, do they want a core? Because all these other ones, they also want the core. Well, if you're selling me a used transmission, why do you want my core? Because you're going to sell it to a core buyer, or you're going to have it rebuilt and sell it for a bunch of money. Well, if you're selling me a used transmission, I'm not giving you a core, unless you'll take a different transmission for a core. I have a 62 TE, I'll throw in as a core. Yeah, equally valuable, basically, for whatever reason. I don't know. Transmissions are goofy, and prices are goofy, and this sucks. So, I just want this thing back on the road, so that she can be back on the road, so I can get my car back, and also you're not spending monthly payments on a vehicle you can't drive. So I'm waiting on some responses on somebody who can at least tell me why I can't put a Grand Cherokee transmission in here, or why I can't rebuild this thing myself. I know there's a lot going on in there, and it's very tedious and an absolute nightmare, but at the end of the day, why can't I just use a damn Grand Cherokee transmission?